Hey, good afternoon, justice fighters, justice warriors. It is Wednesday. It's the last day of November, the 30th. It is still morning, just about 40 minutes until the afternoon begins. So, the first thing I want to come on here and tell you is some good news. Finally, for once, Autumn Thies has been found safe. The 16-year-old that I did a little video about yesterday. I'm absolutely thrilled. I was very concerned of continuing this trend that we've seen with Ms. Kylie Rodney and Ms. Trinity Backus and so many others. There's so many sad stories out there. So right now, there's a common thread with these super sad stories, like the Idaho 4, the Sh how do we say her name? Shanquella, I think that's how you say it. Shanquella Robertson, the 25-year-old woman that was murdered in Mexico by the people that she traveled there with. Um, so these people getting hurt in the company of friends or by their friends. And in Mexico, they have a word for it when the person is a female, and they call it a feminicide. And I thought, that's cool. Maybe we should try something like that in our country. You know, there really is a difference with killing a female versus a male, in my opinion, especially when the female could be pregnant. And so often the perps are men or males, but not always. Sometimes they're women. And in my mind, it's almost even worse when they are. So these people, Shanquilla, the Idaho 4, Kylie Rodney, Trinity Backus, there's a really good possibility that all seven of them were killed by people they thought were their friends. Frenemies, as I like to say, and enemies, as one of my subs commented yesterday. Yeah, why would you even call them a frenemy except that they present themselves as a friend and confuse you? So, another trend that happened with Shaquilla and could well have happened with Kylie, Trinity, or the four in Idaho. This is a trend with younger folks, like with teens. And I'm sure many of you are already aware of this. And for those who aren't, it's absolutely ridiculous. Um, it's the trend of videotaping the crimes. And it's always been my best guess that Kylie Rodney was videotaped. Well, obviously, if there was a friendly fight. Um, and then in Trinity's case, I'm really suspicious of what was actually going on in that house. I'm really, really suspicious. I don't buy any of the story that Auntie Ashley, fake Auntie Ashley, has been trying to sell. And I certainly don't buy any of the story from her boyfriend, Logan. I mean, these were the two last people to see her with her other friend, Hannah. And we haven't even heard very much from Hannah, who allegedly had a hurt ankle or something. So that took her out of the running for chasing Trinity when Trinity allegedly ran off into the night. But these cases are just so troubling with these people getting killed potentially by people that they are hanging out with and trusting and partying with and relaxing with, letting their guard down, trying to have a good time. It's extremely, extremely traumatic to think that people that you love and let into your life and into your world would turn on you like that, right? And we all know it's possible, and that's why we are very selective about who we let into our personal space. So I wanted to keep this one short, but one of the big issues that I wanted to hit on is the issue with growth of marijuana in Northern California, and probably Idaho too. Although I'm not saying that that's connected to the growth operation problems up there in the Sierras, in the Tahoe area. Um, so remember the sheriff Wayne Wu and his issues with um, maybe not being the best person to trust in such a position of power and public safety? Well, one of the reasons that he was popular, I believe, is because he allowed people to have guns illegally. And it hadn't really occurred to me until today that that would tie in with people wanting to protect their grow operations. So, just something to think about. I mean, I think it's a huge mess up there, a huge mess. And then with the Idaho 4, there's a couple of moms that have been arrested, a couple of the victims' moms that have been arrested for drug possession or distribution of drugs. I don't think it's marijuana, I think it's other substances, but it does still have that common denominator of illegal operations and finances. You know, big money. Big money can be had with illegal operations like that. So these are really tough times. I've been saying it a lot lately, and I think it's going to be getting tougher as we're coming into December and it's Christmas, and people want to be able to buy presents for their friends and families, and a lot of people don't have the cash to do that. A lot of people are having trouble just keeping up with the ever increasing costs of living right now. And I just can't imagine in Northern California. I mean, I lived there in the 90s and it was bad back then. It was horrible back then. And that was nothing, absolutely nothing compared to now. So, all across the country, we're all feeling it, right? So be grateful for what you have, be grateful for your health, your family, and just be generous, as kind and generous as you can, especially in these tight times nationwide. I'm going to keep this one short. I've been trying to keep my videos shorter, and also because I'm working on a really big project that I can't really talk about, but I'm sure a lot of my subs have been wondering why the cutback on, for a while there, I was doing like 2 1-hour lives a day. So there's a lot of reasons, but right now I have a deadline coming up in 2 weeks, so that's the most pressing. I want to say that everything I say in my videos is, of course, simply my opinion. It is strictly for the sake of conversation, hoping to open up a discussion and hoping to be educational. And it might be a little bit entertaining at times. I also would love to ask you if you feel compelled to please hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I am celebrating 350,000 views in my first 90 days of being a YouTube content creator, and I'm getting really close to my 3,000 subs. So I thank you guys. I am just astounded. I had no idea that I would be so well received, and I really, really appreciate you guys. On that, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say have a great afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow, and take care of yourself. Peace out. Drink your water, eat your protein, your fruits and veggies, and try to get some exercise. Try to relax. Try to make sure that you're in good company or enjoy your solitude. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.